Hello, crazy souls. I'm going to get ripped. Well, that's the goal, kinda. I'm hoping I'll be pretty close in 3 months, but being realistic, it'll be more like 6 months or more. But this project isn't about a deadline. It's about finding and maintaining a new lifestyle where I can eat food I actually enjoy while also feeling healthy, strong, and looking damn sexy. I'm not going to be starving myself or really even changing all my eating habits all that much. Okay, maybe I gotta stop eating cake with cookies and milk right before going to sleep. I might have to change that. I'll modify the way I eat as I go along if it's absolutely necessary for my body to be healthier, but depriving myself of food or what I enjoy is not the focus here. Neither is a certain weight. I'm not trying to reach some heavenly weight, but I will weigh myself mainly for you because I know that people like to see results in more numerical values. The goal is simply, first of all, to feel better, and second of all, a little less importantly, to look better. For myself, I will be working out every day with the goal of burning more calories than I consume and building up muscle. I will be using this little machine to do different exercises that I got from Kickstarter, and I'll also be training myself to be able to run 10K using this app. I will be taking this before exercises, this during, and this one after. Hopefully it'll be less heavier by the time I'm done with this project. After the first month, I'm also planning on starting to take Taekwondo classes, so that would be an extra workout. And well, now without any further ado, I guess I will show you the before. This is me right now. And I weigh, let me see, 67.55. I don't hate my body. It's pretty adequate and it has served me well most of the time. I will actually miss using it for comedic effect, but really, who doesn't want to be healthier and look like a Greek god? So yeah, this is what I look like, and just for the sake of the project, this is what I look like sucking in my gut and flexing. I could like do a before and after right now. Look at that. Don't believe everything you see on the internet. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that for the sake of transparency and because I want genuine results, not a fake project for views. This is a lifestyle change. So let us begin this project together. I mean, it's gonna be like, I'm gonna be done, well not done, but I'll be like looking so amazing by the time you see this, but yeah, let's begin.
It starts with an itch and a tingle, and then it builds and expands. And suddenly, all at once, my legs won't let me stand. There's something that lives inside me, it grows and divides inside me. It's making a home beneath my skin.
Okay, it's day 2. I couldn't film anymore yesterday because I was pretty much dead. I almost threw up after my run and then the exercises. Anyways, I underestimated how out of shape I am, so this might take a bit longer than I first thought. So yeah, day 2. It's only been 1 week and I already look like a completely different person. Maybe it has more to do with some other aesthetic change. Okay, in all honesty, it's been 1 week. What do you expect? I do feel a little bit stronger. I feel like my muscles are a little bit bigger, maybe. But like I said, it's only been 1 week and the first days were really hard, and each subsequent day was a little bit easier, but at the same time, because it was easier, I went a little harder each time. Anyways, this is the update. This is how I'm looking. Thank you for looking at me. It's kind of weird, but okay, anyways, I think it's day 8. we'll keep going. It's just been 1 week and I already feel better. Let's go. First month. This is what I look like after working out for a month. I don't know if there are any noticeably different physical changes, but I definitely feel stronger and with a lot more energy. I want to clarify again that I have no idea what I'm doing, so don't take anything that you see from this video as advice on what you should do, but this is what I've been doing. On Mondays I do arms, shoulders, chest, and maybe upper back. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. Tuesdays I do abs and lower back. Wednesdays I take a break. Then on Thursday, same as Monday, and on Friday, same as Tuesday. Then on Saturday I do legs, like really hard. I mean, really hard. I completely destroy my legs. On Sunday, the Lord's Day, I rest. And then the cycle begins over again. I did stop running, I just don't have a treadmill and it got too cold to run outside. I do a high intensity interval training workout or HIIT workout for cardio and just to burn more calories. But I'm also going to jump rope to the mix. I actually just got my rope. I've been very disciplined about this. I actually had to go to work on Thursday at 8 a.m. so I woke up at 3:30 a.m. to do a 2-hour workout. I ended up having to work over 16 hours that day, and honestly, if I hadn't been working out for this month, I think I would have felt completely dead by the end of the day, but I was fine. The next day I also had to wake up early to work out, although that day I did do a shorter workout session, and then I went to work for 14 hours. My point here is that you really do find the time to do the things that you want to do. Speaking of which, I really want to do the splits. When I started this project, I couldn't really touch my toes, and now I can touch the floor easily. So I'm gonna start stretching every day with the goal of being able to do the splits. This is as far as I can go right now. Anyway, long update, but this was the first month. I know I'll eventually have to think about the way I eat and my whole diet and whatever, but I don't even want to think about that until at least the third month. I kind of do intermittent fasting because I don't eat until afternoon and I stop eating after 8:30. But it's just not something I'm doing for this project, it's just kind of the way I eat. Well, except that I stopped eating at 8:30. I actually started doing that because I just usually always ate right before going to bed, and I just hated the way my body felt. Anyways, day 29. Day 60, and I don't know what to tell you. I feel so much more stronger, more flexible, just better overall in kind of every single way, but I just don't see any big visible changes. Like everything I used to struggle to do, I can do easily now, so I do harder things and other things I couldn't do before, like more push-ups and different kinds of push-ups. I used to struggle to do 20 pounds with the biceps, and now I do 40 just easily. But where are the muscles? Moment of honesty here, I didn't do the whole jump rope thing because I don't really have any room to do it inside, and when I tried to do it outside, my upstairs neighbor kept looking at me. I'll get to it eventually. I really do want to do it. So I guess here's my body for you to look at. Okay, so now actually comparing it with day 8 to now day 60, I do see a difference now. It's not huge by any means, but I actually see something now. So I do recommend that if you're doing something like this, to take pictures or videos, because it helps a lot to make you see the difference. And as you can see, there's really no exercise that you can do to decrease the craziness. But there's some muscle growing. And here's how much I can spread my legs apart, if you were interested in looking at that. We continue on this journey. Day 60. Day 89. I was gonna wait until tomorrow, day 90, to do the update, but tomorrow is my rest day. And I wanted to make you see me sweat. I know what you're all thinking up to this point. When is this guy finally going to figure out that his diet is the most important thing? First of all, Shut up. Second, yes, I know, I just wanted to do things at my own pace, just make changes gradually, so that I could make a lifestyle change that was lasting. Not something that I'll completely give up once I finish this project. I have made changes to how I eat. I'm more mindful of what I eat, and going forward from this point, it's definitely gonna be one of my priorities to, like, my diet, what I put into my mouth.
Giggity giggity, giggity goo.
I think my main issue right now is that I don't consume enough protein, and I do consume a few too many carbs. But I have been gaining some muscle and I have been losing some fat, so it's much slower than I would have liked, but it's happening. Now I'm starting to see some actual change, some muscle growth, some weight loss. As you can see here on the sides, it was hard, but the love handles have actually gone down from what they were before. Not all the fat, like this is me not sucking it in, so that I'm honest, but as you can see, some growth in the arms and the chest is very beautiful, and there's this muscle here on this side that for some reason it's growing beautifully here, but on the right side not so much. I don't know why. And right here is, I don't know what's happening. It's taking so long to open my legs. I mean, to be able to split. It's hard. I don't know. I know I haven't talked much about my weight because I don't really care how much I weigh. It's not a goal of mine. I just want to feel better and look better. I don't care how much I weighed at those points of looking good and feeling good. But I have been keeping track, so if you want to see that here, that is. And you know, there's been some ups and downs, but lately this is kind of around the point where I started being more mindful of what I eat, and you can totally tell the difference. So who would have thought? That's it so far. We have reached the halfway point of this project, unless I decide to extend it because I haven't reached my expected results, which is quite possible. But so far we are at the halfway mark. 89 days, let's say 93 months of working out. Day 121, and I want to keep this one short. I have not skipped one single day from my scheduled days. Of course, I have some day of rest. I don't skip the rest either. But I have not skipped any single exercise day, even when I'm working at all, until a couple days ago. And that's because I kind of injured my shoulder. It really hurts a lot, and I'm scared that you have to use your shoulder for pretty much most workouts. So I decided to rest for 3 days, and then I'll keep going again. Hopefully my shoulder feels better by that time. Kind of sucks. I don't know what I did. It's ironic that, I don't know if ironic is the right word, but I was actually doing an exercise for the legs and my shoulder just started randomly hurting at that moment, and it hurts when I lift it like this. It hurts much less now, but I'm very scared, kind of panicked that if this doesn't go away, if it doesn't get better, it's gonna delay this project, and more than that, I don't want to injure myself. But anyways, I'll show you the progress, and when it comes to the stretches, I'm not gonna I'll record them when I'm back to working out, because if I do them right now without warming up and stretching quite a bit before, then there's not gonna be any progress. So I'll record that in a couple days, but I'll show it right after I show my body. Here's my body again, because that's what you want to see, right? Starting to see more definition, more fat loss, more fat to lose as well. Someday I'll see my abs. But yeah, the biggest change has definitely been in my arms. My chest is growing well in the mid and upper area, but I just can't seem to grow the bottom part, which is kind of what gives the pecs the most definition, so that really sucks. As for my abs, they're doing well under a layer of fat, and this freaking muscle keeps growing and getting stronger on this side while it's non-existent on the other. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It hurt my shoulder to do this, but showing you my body is non-negotiable at this point. And that's it for today, day 121. I'm feeling good, except for the pain and the little injury. It's going good. Day 151, I still haven't skipped any of my workouts. Sometimes I do shift things around, but I get all my exercises done every week. What did happen is that it was my birthday on the weekend and my mom came to visit for the weekend, and I ate a lot. And most of what I ate was not very healthy. And maybe it's just in my mind, but even though I didn't really gain any weight, I do feel like I gained some fat. I don't know how much I undid by the consumption of food that I had for my birthday. Also, I didn't really do my splitting of the legs exercises, so I'm not gonna show you any progress this month because I was doing it, but I haven't done it for like a week and a half because I was so busy with that, and also because I had to work on a script that I have to submit for some application for an opportunity that came up. So I guess those exercises I did skip for a week, but I feel like that's not really a priority. I will start up again, but I won't show you any progress this week because, like I said, there wouldn't be any. Not like I've had major progress with that anyways. It's just so hard for me to open up my legs. Also, one last thing, I do feel like I need to shave my chest because I feel like it's an optical illusion that because of this hair it's harder to see the progress of my chest, or maybe it's not, but I gotta shave it just to see. I mean, I wish I had done it at the beginning so that we could see the actual progress that way, but I just need to see it. Anyways, without any further ado, here is my body. I don't know if there is much change in it in growth, but I am definitely much stronger. I don't know. Here's my belly, my little belly. I mean, kind of it's looking pretty good. Okay. I don't know about the back, but from the side, it's kind of nice. You can see some chest there. I think the right one is a bit better formed. Still, that little thing right there, that's not here. And here's my belly. I think it maybe did grow a little bit, I don't know. There you go, day 151. As you can see, I'm pretty dead right now after an intense workout. Just as I presumed, my dear Watson. I mean, it's not the most amazing sight you've ever seen, but you can actually see something, right? I'm not crazy, right? It's there. It's forming. It's happening.
Stop it! It's turning me on! Stop!
Day 181, and we have reached the end of this project. Not. This was supposed to be a 6-month project, but I can't end it here. While I have reached great results, especially in how I feel, but also with how I look, the contrast from before to after just isn't where I want it to be. My biggest obstacle is that for the most part I've been in a caloric deficit, meaning that most days I consume less calories than I burn. That's the only way to lose weight, by the way, other than like surgery or something like that. Here's my progress in case you're interested in the weight side of things. I don't really pay too much attention to it, and obviously it's not always down, but it's for the most part I've gone down, especially if you go all the way back here. You can see mostly down. I've actually managed to do one of the hardest things you can do in the fitness world, to lose weight while gaining muscle. That's the dream, right? But even though it can be done, like I've proved it myself, the process is so very slow. And while I'm not in a rush, I do feel like I've hit some sort of a plateau. Not stuck, but it's just started to go much slower. So for the past week I've started to change things up a bit. I've started to consume just a little bit more calories than I burn, mostly protein, with the hope that most of that converts into muscle gains. One of my goals in this project was to have a six-pack by the end of the project, and doing things this way is probably most definitely gonna derail that goal. But on the other hand, I should start to see much bigger changes with the muscle gains. bigger muscles. I'm gonna tentatively add 2 more months to this project and we'll go from there. And now here is how much I can spread my legs apart at this point. I am very unimpressed with myself with this side goal that I made for myself, but I continue to try, I guess. And here is my body. As I said, changes are harder to see now, I think. Hitting a plateau and whatnot. The chest hair coming back in. Should I continue to shave? I don't know why I'm asking you, because you're gonna see this when it's all complete, but maybe I'm just asking myself. I don't know. Here's my belly. And that's it. Day 181, 6 months. And we go for more. Day 213, and there is something important that I forgot to tell you. Since at least a month ago I reached the maximum weight that I have for some of the exercises that I do. What I mean to say is that I have the strength to lift heavier, I just don't have the weights. And I guess I also forgot to tell you that I have some weights. At the end of this project, meaning at the end of this video, I will tell you in detail every exercise that I'm doing and with what equipment I'm doing those exercises with, if any. But this video is already so long that I have decided not to include all the exercises that I did at one point and I no longer do for some reason or another. If you want to know more about all those things that maybe worked for a little while and then didn't, or some that didn't really work at all, or I can make a whole video about that, just let me know if you're interested in that. I'll be happy to do that. But my point is, it's been harder to make gains in the muscles when I can't really increase the weight that I'm lifting. Since I can't increase the weight, I have to increase the reps, which is what I've been doing, but even that, I am reaching the limits of what's recommended as the maximum that you should do. The maximum weight that I have is 66 pounds or 30 kilos, whichever you prefer to say. To give you an example, the bench press, which I do lying down like that, I started very light, just 13 reps of very light weight, and I increased it, I think, weekly until I got to the 30 kilos or 66 pounds. So I was doing 3 sets of 13 reps of 30 kilos or 66 pounds. And that was the highest I could go in terms of weight, because I don't have anything heavier. So now I'm at the point where I'm doing 4 sets of 23 reps of those same 30 kilos or 66 pounds. Don't even get me started on squats. I could pretty much do the heaviest with the squats since I got the weights. So I just do 3 sets of 25 reps. Sometimes I do 4 sets. I know the simplest solution would be to just go to a gym, but I don't really have any good gym that's close to me. And also, even though I have had my 2 doses of the vaccine, I still don't really feel comfortable going to a gym where people are exerting themselves and sweating a lot and breathing heavily, warm air. I just don't feel comfortable yet. Anyway, I'm doing what I can with what I got, and now here you have my body to watch. Actually, before we do that, let me show you how the stretches are going, how I'm not still able to open up my legs with either one of these exercises. I don't know, man. This is the most painful thing that I do is this. I've grown to hate it so much. I still do it because I want to get to the end result of being able to open up my legs, I mean split, and it's just so hard. I've been doing this for so long, and did it get worse? Is it worse than last month? I don't know. It's painful. It's very painful. Okay, so let's try to keep it brief. This is my body. I think there has been some growth in the arms a little bit, but mostly the chest, I think, has seen it's looking kind of nice. It's looking kind of nice. And here's my belly, of course, without sucking it in. I actually think my left arm is smaller than my right one, which I guess makes sense. Here's the chest, and actually the 6-pack, you can kind of see it if I go like this. I think it's harder to see it in the camera.
You serious?
You can kind of see it a little bit. Anyways.
No,
there you go. My body. Day 228, and I have decided to take a 3-day break.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
I've really been trying to put it off until I finish this project, but my body's been asking me for a break, and it's been almost 8 months, and I haven't taken any break except for that 2 or 3 day break that I took when I hurt my shoulder. But other than that, I've been working out for almost 8 months with I do have my Sundays where I rest, but other than that, I haven't taken any breaks. And it's very important to take rest, and I was gonna well, this was supposed to be a 6 months project, and anyways, I'm taking a 3-day break. That's it. That's all you need to know. Day 243, 8 months of working out. And I have decided that this next 9th month is gonna be the last of the project. This video is already too long, and I honestly have already achieved what I wanted to achieve. I feel super good physically, stronger than I've ever been, and so much energy. And in my opinion, I don't know what you might think, but I think maybe a little bit at least. I think I'm looking kind of nice. I'm looking kind of fit. Maybe. Obviously, there's a lot of room for improvement, and I will keep working hard. I will keep improving, but I don't really see a point in elongating and making this project much longer than it already is. So then why 1 more month, you may be asking? And it's because I really want to make one last truthful, honest attempt at getting those freaking 6-pack abs. I want to try one last time, and I'm gonna try really hard. During this entire time, I haven't been on a diet, and this last month, I'm still not gonna be on a diet. But I will be reducing the calories. I mean, I'm going to be burning more calories than I'm gonna be consuming. That's the goal. This is what I weigh right now, and it's been relatively stable, even though I've been kind of trying to gain a little weight. So I think losing weight shouldn't be very hard. I hope. We'll see how this goes. Here is my body. Look at it well, because this is the biggest my muscles will be for this project. This next month of losing weight, I'm going to be burning fat. Obviously, that is the goal, but I will probably also be losing some muscle. So next month, my muscles shouldn't be any bigger, but if I do achieve what I want to achieve, they will be more defined. They will look more prominent. Hopefully. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Well, here you go, macho I don't really know what to say when I'm flexing. Of course, the belly, I think it grew, did it? Well, it is gonna be 9 months, and that's what I don't know what I'm saying. Let's just flex here. Let's do some stuff. The back. I don't really know how the poses were. Like, how do those guys do? I don't know. Don't really got much to say here. Good looking arm right there, and right here, and the chest. I don't know what I'm doing. And of course, the shy 6-pack ab. That's it, it's there. It's very, very shy. It's very, very shy.
Listen, I'm just being objective, telling you I don't see anything.
And of course, the vein of my existence, my moral suffering. Hi, here you are, having me opening up my leg, trying to do the splits, trying the optimal word there. And this last month, I'm gonna really be putting in more effort, more pain, obviously, to try and, I don't know, get at least one of these two to work, to reach the floor with my crotch. I don't know, man. I'm really trying here. Maybe you think I'm faking it. It really hurts. It hurts a lot. You try it. Maybe you did, and you did it in 1 week. Whatever, shut up. I hate you. And here we go, like a crazy lady's fart, to month 9. Day 272, 9 months since we started this craziness, and we have reached the end of this project. When I started, I had 3 goals: to feel better, to look better, and to establish a lifestyle that could maintain me feeling and looking better. And here at the end of this project, I feel stronger and healthier than ever. And I don't know, in my opinion, I also think that physically I am looking better than ever. At least my body. I know that I need a haircut. And of course, after doing this for 9 months, I think that I have cemented this as part of my life. Could I have gotten better results and in less time? Most definitely yes. With better guidance on which exercises to do, with better equipment to do those exercises with, and of course with a more strict and consistent diet. But I started pretty much from zero. I knew basically nothing about the world of fitness, and my nutrition, my diet, the way I ate was just awful, horrible. Do you remember that at the start of this I didn't even want to change the way I ate? I delayed it for so long. Those were the days. Those were the days. But little by little, I was learning more and more about this world and implementing what felt right for me. I experimented with lots of different exercises, and at the start I exercised way too much, like way too much. It wasn't good for my body. I experimented with different routines and, exercising different muscles on different days and changing it up, switching it up all the time. And along the way, I started building up things here and there that could help me keep progressing and keep me motivated. I mean, I started with 0 weights, no dumbbells, and with this little machine that very soon wasn't very effective. I was doing my squats with a jug of milk that I filled with water for like 2 months. I eventually got some resistance bands, which were great, and I was using them to do a lot of different exercises and to work a lot of different muscles until it broke on me. And these were the ones that I used the most, and when this broke I had to kind of change things up a bit. After that I finally got some weights, and this really helped me a lot because it was much easier to add week by week, more weight, more resistance, and I really started to feel the change when I bought those. And finally I bought a machine that I don't even know the name of to do some exercises that I really wanted to do, but I will show you in a bit. I actually just got it this month and I've only used it for about 3 weeks, and I already feel a huge difference with it, and I really like it. I enjoy it. But I do want to repeat that this has been something that I've been building up little by little along these 9 months. I've built it up very slowly, but very slowly I'm kind of building my own mini gym. I made this whole thing a priority in my life, and I was able to save some money and start buying things here and there when I could. Things that I felt could help me reach my goals. I will leave downstairs in the description links to everything that I bought for this project in case you wanna buy it yourself, or if you're just curious and wanna check it out to see what it is that I bought with more detail there. Like for example, one of the things I bought was pre-workout, which I haven't actually drank in like 3 months because I realized that I actually didn't really need it, and I just didn't like drinking so much caffeine. I changed the protein that I take from this one to this one, mainly because this one just kept changing the price. Sometimes it'd be lower, sometimes it'd be super high. It was just very inconsistent. I couldn't rely on it, so I looked for another one, and this one was pretty cheap and it had some good reviews. I'm not an expert, that's all I based it on, and yeah, I like the taste. It's nice. I have experimented with different BCAAs, but this is the one I end up buying most of the times. I don't know if it's the best one, probably not. I do feel like it helps me during my workouts, and it's the taste isn't bad, so there you go. And I take this creatine. When it comes to nutrition, I have never eaten as healthy as I do now. I read the nutrition table on the back of things, of everything I buy, and even the things that don't have that table under, like fruits and vegetables, I look their nutritious properties on the internet. I've replaced certain foods with healthier versions of that food, or at least less harmful versions. For example, I was eating a piece of cake and a big cookie with 3% milk pretty much every night. I'm not joking. I'm serious. Now, one of my typical snacks is yogurt with granola and fruits, and when I do drink milk, which I drink less of now, I drink 0% milk. But to be completely honest, I'm not that strict with food. I know it kind of sounds like, because I'm telling you the things that I am doing, but I'm actually not that strict with food. I've simply managed to find healthier options that I actually really like a lot. I don't eat anything that I don't like, but I do eat more fruits and vegetables than I used to, and I am eating more chicken than red meats than I used to. That said, one thing that I have never done is count my macros, which just means measuring or weighing the amount of protein and carbohydrates and fats and just the overall calories that I'm consuming. After this whole process, I think I have a pretty good idea of how much I need to eat to gain weight or lose weight or kind of maintain myself at the same level. But I don't want to become obsessed with exact numbers, and I don't want to be so strict with what I eat, because for me, eating, I don't just do it to feed my body. I don't just do it for survival. I do it because it gives me pleasure. I do it as an activity that makes me happy. It's kind of a sacred experience for me. Saying all this is kind of my roundabout way of just saying that the way I do things, my way, is not the best way, and it's obviously flawed in many ways and definitely not perfect. I found a healthy place that I can build upon, I guess. This project is over, but my learning, my journey, is not. I will keep learning and applying what I'm learning, and this new lifestyle of mine will keep refining itself and evolving. But to be completely transparent with you, to answer the title of this video, how did I transform my body without knowing anything about fitness and nutrition or diet? Simple. I learned about fitness, nutrition, and diet. If you want to know exactly which exercises I'm doing right now, well, I'm about to show you right now. But I do want you to keep in mind that with some of the exercises, or maybe all of them, my form might not be the best. It's something that I am working towards getting better. Anyways, let's stop making excuses. This is me exercising. On Monday, I do shoulders and the abdomen. I start with the weights over my head. I do 3 sets of 13 reps of that. After that, I do the forward raise. I do again 13 reps for 3 sets. I end with some lateral raises, again 3 sets, 13 reps. After that, I actually follow a routine, an instruction video on YouTube of videos that work the abs. There's a bunch of those videos that I put together in a playlist. They are also HIIT workouts, which I count as my cardio as well. It lasts about a total of an hour. On Tuesday, I do chest and back. I start with the bench press. I do 25 reps, and I do want you to keep in mind that all the exercises that I do for 25 reps, it's because I don't have more weight to add, so I add more reps. Right after the bench press with no break, I do this exercise that's good for the back as well as for the upper part of the chest at the same time, and I do 20 reps. I rest for about a minute to 2 minutes, and then I continue with this exercise that's for the back, which I also do 20 reps of. And those 3 exercises with those reps I do 3 times, and I end with one more set of 25 reps of the bench press. I follow that up with the inclined bench press, which works the upper part of the chest, and I do 3 sets of 17 reps. After I'm done with that, I do this exercise for the back, which I do for 3 sets of 13 reps. And then I go outside to play with my newest toy that I bought this month that I told you I would show you later, and this is that time. I do some dips, inclined forward, so that I work the lower part of my chest. Then to finish it off, I do some pull-ups. I start with 7 with a wide grip. Right after that, with no break, I follow it up with 5 with a narrower grip. And I do those sets of dips and pull-ups 3 times. Although for the second and third set of the pull-ups, I only do 5 reps of the wide grip pull-ups, because I can't do more than that. On Wednesdays, I do biceps, triceps, and legs. I start with this curl up for 5 reps and I continue with 8 reps with a lighter weight. After that I do this exercise for the triceps, 13 reps of that, and I do those 2 exercises 3 times. Then after that I do this one for the triceps. I wanna get to 13, but the max I've been able to do is 11. But then I follow it up with this one for the biceps and I can't get to 13 on that one, which is what I do. Right after that I do this one for the triceps, and yes, I do have to lean down for this one because if I don't, there's just not enough resistance for it to actually work the muscles. And I do that for 15 reps. Those 3 exercises, yes, again, I do for 3 times. After that, I watch 2 videos which I follow doing exercises for the legs and my butt, which is about a half hour, I think. After that, I go outside and I do dips again, but this time I keep my back straight so that most of the work falls on the triceps. 13 reps of that. And from there, I lift myself up. I pull-ups. Are they pull-ups? I pull myself up with the biceps. I do that 10 times, 10 reps. And yes, you guessed it, I do those 2 exercises 3 times. Thursday, I do exactly the same as Monday, shoulders and abs. On Friday, I do the same thing as on Tuesday, just that instead of these 2 exercises for the back, I actually follow a couple videos that make me do some exercises for my back that work different muscles that I don't necessarily work on with the ones that I do on Tuesday, especially some exercises that work my lower back. On Saturday, I do the exact same exercises that I do for biceps and triceps on Wednesdays, but I completely change it up for the legs. For the legs, I do 25 squats with weights 3 times. After that, I do 25 deadlifts 3 times. After that, I follow it up with this, I don't know what this is called. I hump the air with weights 25 times. It's for my butt. I do that 3 times. And then I finish off with this calf, C-A-L-F. It's a weird word to say, but I do 25 of this is like standing on my tippy toes. I do 25 standing up, and then without any rest, I sit down and I do 25 more. I take a little break, and then I do that 2 more times after that, so 3 sets in total. And then on Sunday, I rest and I have my special food, my cheat meal. I have problem with words. Cheat meal. I eat more calories and desserts. I know that some people want to know about the weight, so here you go. From when I started this project, like what? I lost almost 30 pounds. That's kind of crazy. I wasn't fat, but I guess I lost a lot. I mean, here you can see it. This month, of course, I really tried hard to lose a lot of weight for the abs, which you will see or will not see, depending on if I was able to make it anyways. It was a crazy month, and but I've been doing this for 9 months, and it's been up and down kind of, but mostly going down. It's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty crazy. Now, before I show you the final results of my body, I do want to show you my failed attempt at this goal. I wasn't able to do the splits, not the side split, not the front split. This sucks. I wasn't able to do it. I'm not giving up, and actually, if we're being completely transparent here and we compare it to where I started from, it's actually pretty incredible. Mostly it's incredible because of how embarrassingly bad I was at flexibility. Like, I look at the before and it's like, seriously, that's all you could open up your legs? That's really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. So it is pretty cool how much I can do the splits now compared to before, but it is sad that I wasn't able to reach my ultimate goal for this end of the project. But now, without any further ado, here is my body for you to watch. Because that's what you came here for, I think. Maybe not. Probably not. Could it be? Did I make it? Did I do it? Did I actually get those little freaking squares on my body? And here you go. I mean, I guess I kind of have to flex for it, but I would say that yes, I did it. I finally got those beautiful squares on my belly. And of course, here is my belly without flexing, which will never go away, of course. And of course, we have to admire here the beautifulness of the arms, which I don't think there is much difference from last month. But in contrast, the chest, I think there is definitely a noticeable difference. They're looking beautiful. Tasty? No, probably not tasty. But then we move on to the back, which I don't really know. I haven't really kept too much track of that, but I think there is a difference. Maybe not so much. I don't know. I think there is. But there is definitely a huge difference in every single area if we compare it to where we started from, where I started from. Maybe you've been working out too. Congratulations to you. But from my day one to right now, 9 months afterwards, I mean, it's crazy. It's insane. Actually regret and apologize for not having thought about shaving my chest at the beginning of it so that we could see the difference more, but still, it's undeniable. The difference is undeniable even with that rat nest on my chest. I mean, you can even see the difference in the face, and it's not like I was fat at all. I didn't consider myself fat at all, but I guess I did lose a lot of weight. I mean, I lost a lot of fat that I did have somewhere on my body along the way, and my muscles grew quite a bit, and I was able to get those sacred, beautiful squares on my belly. It's crazy. And we might as well already say goodbye to those beautiful squares, at least for now, because this just was definitely the toughest and least pleasurable month of the project. I was definitely not starving myself. I was still eating a healthy amount of food, but I wasn't eating to a degree where I was fully satisfied. But that's not bad. I really did want to make a last big effort to really get a good result that I was happy with and proud of. But the bad thing, the thing that was very bad, is that I was starting to feel less energy, and the workouts that I was doing were getting tougher for me. The weights were feeling heavier. And now that I am done with this project, I will take an entire week of rest because I feel like my body deserves it. You are a beautiful trooper. Thank you so much. It's been a long journey. And after my week of rest, I will continue with my exercises, but eating a bit more food and gaining a bit more weight. I think my ideal weight is somewhere between 128 pounds and 132 pounds, somewhere maybe fluidly in those numbers, but more than numbers, which I don't really focus on at all. I just want to build up more muscle. I want to bulk up a little bit more, and then after that we can focus again on getting the visible, beautiful squares again. I mean, they'll be there. They might be covered up a bit, but we'll see them again someday. But all of that is superficial. It's still important because it's a good visual signal. It's good visual proof of all the effort that's gone into it. But it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is that I set a goal for myself, and even after all the obstacles and all the attacks of laziness, I never left the journey. I never stopped. I did a thing. I took daily steps to better my life and to reconstruct my lifestyle in a way that I could keep growing. As a result of that, I'm not only much stronger and healthier than I was before, I'm also much wiser and much more confident in myself. It's not about finding some crazy routine that you gotta try, or drastically changing your lifestyle from one day to the next, or doing some super strict diet. That might help you in the short term, but making small changes little by little with calm, without rushing yourself, and in your own way. That's how you can really create habits that last, and habits that you actually like, things that you actually enjoy doing. So yes, I now have a more active lifestyle. I eat better and I exercise, but I was able to find a way to do those things in a way that I actually enjoy. The way I do those things might not be a way that you enjoy, so you have to find a way that you enjoy it. You have to find things that you enjoy eating that are healthier for you. You have to find a way to exercise, doing activities that you enjoy doing. Maybe you don't like lifting weights, maybe just go and learn martial arts, play soccer, dance. It's about little changes and finding a lifestyle that's healthier for you, that you enjoy, that will keep you growing. Because that's what we are here for, to keep growing, perpetual growth growing every day, not massively, just little by little, but will be super huge with the accumulation of so many steps and growth. Anyways, I'm just glad you enjoyed this, and I'm just here to tickle your soul. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. I know that, this journey has been super long for me, but this video is also very long, so I do appreciate that you watched till the end. That's crazy. You must be tired of my body, of my face. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this inspired you, and I will probably watch this in the future if I start to lose my motivation and inspiration, because this was not easy every day, but it was exciting, and the results, well, they're beautiful. Thank you so much. I will see you later, crocodile.